Hi everyone, coming to you from a hospital bed. I have news. On Thursday I had a little heart attack. Yeah, I did. Luckily for me, I knew what the signs were for a woman, because yes, I had the chest pain, but thought it was my asthma, and then I started to get pain down my right arm, which isn't normal. And then I rang my sister and she said, ring an ambulance. And I went, oh, okay. And then my mum walked in because she had been at my sister's, and I said, I was on the phone to the ambulance at that stage and said, I'm having a heart attack. And she went, don't be joking. She thought I was joking. I said, no, I am, I think. And then by the time the ambulance came, I had jaw ache and nausea and wasn't feeling too great. And then I was taken to hospital and taken through for bloods, which came back normal. And then I was taken through to a seated area where there was people who were not unwell enough to be in the cubicle beds of the ED, but this room where there was 7 nice recliner chairs and I got the one that wasn't. So that was a place where I had to stay. I was blood pressure monitored and all of that. And then they repeated the bloods after 6 hours, and then that came back showing that I had had, in fact, a heart attack, which I knew, because I think you know. And my levels were 105. Putting that in context, most people who have a major heart attack, it's about 10 to 15,000. No, not thousands. 4,000 to 5,000. My sister had a heart attack when she was 41 and her levels were 2,000. And a friend of mine had a heart attack a few years back now and hers were 800. So put it in perspective, mine were 105. So I was then kept in, and it was like musical chairs, so I managed to get into a recliner and then sort of spent the whole night on my phone scrolling. And then on Friday morning saw a registrar who said I might get a bed on the cardiac ward sometime that day, and they would do some bloods and ultrasounds and things like that. So by lunchtime they'd found me a bed on the cardiac ward where I am now, and I was wheeled up in a chair, which was not brilliant because I'm very independent, some of you know. And then I was put into a side room, which is amazing. I've got my own room and my own bathroom. I've been pain-free since Friday morning. I had quite significant pain Thursday night. I had lots of drugs, which made me really high. And I was able to go to the bathroom and things like that. So I didn't see anybody else on the Friday, and then Saturday morning the cardiologist came round and said, you've had a little heart attack. The levels show that you might not have damaged your heart, but we want to keep you in to do the ultrasound of your heart and an angiogram in Worcester. So I'm in Hereford Hospital at the moment, and they transfer you by ambulance to Worcester for the day, and then you come back. So I'll still have hopefully my bed. My sister said I should keep the bed unless somebody needs to go into isolation. Maybe I'm being isolated. So I saw the cardiologist again this morning. I told him about my allergy to statins because they'd put me on statins without asking. So he's quite positive about, well, he's not going to start anything until I have my angiogram anyway, and there are alternatives to statins that I can go on. I am on a beta blocker now. I'm on an anticoagulant, and I've had 3 injections in my tummy, which I still can't remember the name of, but I think it's something to take as an anti-bleeding thing or something. I don't know. I'm on a beta blocker. Did I say that? Beta blocker, blood pressure pill, no statins, then my normal medication, and these injections, which will stop today. I've had bloods done. Squeamish, will look away. So this was their first attempt. Their second attempt. where they got bloods, and then I've had 2 lots of bloods done here by someone who looked at my bruises and went, okay, you need a butterfly. So, yeah, that wasn't very good. I just want to say that I'm feeling fine. I've just walked to the cafeteria, which is downstairs, with Mum to have a coffee and a toasted tea cake. Absolutely fine. No chest pain since Thursday night. No pain since Friday morning. Definitely getting a rest. My asthma's been playing up for the last week or 2, and that's gone. So obviously that wasn't my asthma. That was probably some warning signs. And I had also signed up for a gym program with the GP that starts next Friday, which I'll have to delay. But because I've had the heart attack now, I'll be getting a cardiac program, which will be fitness at the gym, and then I'll continue on the program. So I was already watching my eating. I've actually lost half a stone since I've been in the UK, and then I went to Japan and probably put on a couple of kilos, and then I've come back and lost a bit more. So I was starting some healthy decisions. I don't smoke, and I don't really drink. I drank a little bit in Japan, but I tend not to drink that much, not like I used to. 1 drink and I'm drunk. 2 drinks and I get a migraine headache for the rest of the day at night. Anyway, I just came on to let you know I'm okay, to give you this face, and the dark circles around my eyes had nothing to do with me not sleeping. They were already there before, and they actually look better than they did last week, so that's a good sign. Yeah, so sorry if you didn't know. I have tried to tell as many people as I could, but yeah, it gets a bit hard. Oh, by the way, so I thought this was easier because you can see me. You can see that I'm not, I've had no oxygen. I've had no cannulas put in. It's been a wake-up call and a thing to say, I need to start looking at my weight, which I'd already started, and looking at getting fit again. I haven't really been fit since COVID because some of you know I taught martial arts and had my own school, but COVID saw the end of that. And then with a messy separation, that does really interfere with your life. And I think she broke my heart, pretty much. But I do feel a lot better. So onward and upwards, and I'm feeling pretty positive. I should have started my new job tomorrow, so my budget's out the window again. I did email everybody on Friday to say I wouldn't be in on Monday, and nobody was in the office, so they'll all open their emails in the morning and see that I'm in hospital. Yeah, so I can either do orientation in 2 weeks or in a month's time, so I'm hoping to get to orientation in a couple of weeks. Hopefully if the doctor will sign me back, or it'll be the middle of January, because I doubt if they'll have orientation on the first Monday of January, because I think it's probably around the holidays. So anyway, it's been great catching up, and I hope you're all well, and thanks to all of you that I have told and has been in touch, and I look forward to seeing a few more messages here or on my Facebook, and I'll probably post this everywhere anyway. All right, I'm doing okay, so I'll see you later. Bye.